Mm-mm-mm. Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Thank you all for clicking on my video. I am so exhausted, but I'm very glad to be making this vlog right now. I spent most of today dancing. I went to my old girls association meeting and we danced and danced. I had such a good time. You are going to see a vlog on that later on. But today I want to talk about something that is very, very important. I've been planning this vlog in my mind for a while right now. And I got to a point when my mind began to tell me that the thing I'm going to say in this vlog is going to upset some people. It's going to trigger a lot of people. But then again, I don't feel like censoring myself just because people are going to be triggered. As long as I trigger you to put you in a position where you think critically and deeply about the condition that we are in as a country, as we're getting ready to vote in 2023, then I will feel like I have achieved my aim, even if you are annoyed, even if you are triggered. Okay, so please bear with me. But if you are not the kind of person who has an open mind, who is willing to listen to other opinions, divergent opinions, then frankly speaking, maybe this is the point where you should just click out. If you are the kind of person who believes that pastors and imams and religious people should not be criticized, then this video is not for you. If you are the kind of person who believes that there are some issues that are just plain dogma and should not be questioned, then this video is not for you. Today we rounded up Shiloh. Those of you who do not know Shiloh or Shiloh, I think depending on which part of the world, Shiloh. Shiloh is an event that happens once a year in Nigeria, and it is hosted by one of the biggest churches, I think, in Africa, if not the world, massive. And the thing is this, from 2000 and as far back as I know, people have been doing this Shiloh. As a matter of fact, let me just be calling it Shiloh, not Shiloh. I'm not comfortable saying Shiloh. As a matter of fact, there was this time I was still in my teens. My cousin came all the way outside Lagos, from outside of Lagos. She used her last transport money to come to Shiloh, and then from that Shiloh campground, she did not have transport money to come home, and she was going to come to our house. She trekked from that Shiloh place to our house, all in the name of we are coming because we have faith and all that. And the whole essence of this today's vlog is, what has all our faith done for us? Now we are rounding up 2022, right? And as of 2021, the theme for last year's Shiloh was more than a conqueror. And I'm just using Shiloh as the example, but most churches have, is either your year of dominion, my year of conquering territories, my year of this, making all sorts of bogus promises to the faithfuls that upon, if you do this or you do that, then 2020, this 2021, 22, depending on the year, you are not going to face difficulties, you are not going to do this, you are not going to do that. So let me read you the themes from 2000 and even 11 of Living Faith. And I'm just, please, Living Faith people, don't go and take offense. So I'm just using your own because Shiloh just finished. But most of these churches have theirs. Even the church I attend, they have their own. So Waves of Glory, 2011. 2012, My Year of Double Portion. 2013, Exceeding Grace. 2014, Heaven on Earth. 2015, Welcome to Heaven on Earth. 2016, My Case is Different. I remember that My Case is Different. It resonated with a lot of people all over, including me. Said My Case is Different. 2017, it was A New Dawn. 2018, it was Dominion. 2019, Breaking Limits. 2020, Turnaround Encounters. 2020, Turnaround Encounters. 2021, More Than a Conqueror. 2022, Covenant Highways. Okay, all these things are just ways of gingering people up. You fire people up so that they look at the wrong thing. They think that the solution to Nigeria's poverty is in more prayers, is in more seed giving, is in attending church, or let's put it in quotes, doing kingdom work. And we've been doing this thing, at least from the one I've recorded, from 2011 up till 2022. Nigerians have sunk deeper and deeper and deeper into poverty. So whether it is Living Faith, whether it's Redeemed, whether it's in my own church, Cooking, or the Catholic Church, anyone, we all have all these themes for the year. How has that made anything better? How has that made Christians better? How has that made the Christianity in any way move forward? I think that one of the best evidence of Christianity, the evidence of Christ in us, is going to be how we are progressing, how we progressively lift people out of poverty. Because poverty is actually something that has a lot to do with social injustice. Are we willing to, as church, as a congregation do something to fight the injustices that bring poverty about? Or is it that we're just going to continue to fire people with the opium of the masses religion, so that we have people jumping from one prayer house to the other, from one revival mission, from experience to the campground, one campground after the other, looking for miracles that do not exist? Is that what we're trying to say? I think that the reason for this vlog essentially is to charge Nigerians up, but in a different way. This time around, regardless of what promises they make for you, my year 2023 is going to be my year of double conqueror, my year of dominion, my year of occupying territory, whatever it is. That is not the solution to our problem. And if we want to lift people out of poverty, we must be ready to face issues of illiteracy. We must fight illiteracy. We must fight poverty in any way that we can. Illiteracy, ignorance, disease, and then top on the list of what we are supposed to consider as our enemies is bad governance. What we are praying for is what other people get without praying, without fasting, without campground. Do you go to Singapore and see people doing any declarations? Have you ever seen anybody declaring my year of double portion in Singapore, or let's say in the United States, or wherever it is that is the country that Nigerians go to beg for visa? I've done a video about something like that on my channel, and I'm going to put the link in the description box again. The things we pray for are the things that other places, governments do, because people are willing to vote in the right people that will strengthen institutions, and then the government will provide these things. So when you sit around in Nigeria praying and casting, because you believe that there is a demon in the hospital that is making you not to get better, it's because there is poor infrastructure, and then sometimes maybe quack doctors. Not necessarily anyway, because I believe Nigerian doctors are some of the best in the world. But poor infrastructure, and who are the people that are not providing this infrastructure? It's the government. It's the government that is going to provide infrastructure. It's not Jesus, it's not churches, it's not anybody else for that matter. So this video for me is just a call for my fellow Nigerians for us to look the other way. This time around, the solution to our problem is not in campground. It's not in Shiloh, it's not in the experience, it's not in any night vigil anywhere else. It is in the kind of government that we choose to vote. Come 2023, there are so many candidates that are going to be coming to you with all sorts of promises. They will promise you heaven and earth, and then they will not deliver. But the difference between those ones is that you are in a position to hold them accountable. But when somebody makes a promise and it is in God's name, how are you going to catch God and tell him, why didn't you make me rich? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Okay, these promises are usually very bogus, because once you complain that in 2022 they told me it is my year of covenant highways, for example, or it's my year of this or that, and it doesn't happen, then you go to your church and complain that I didn't get rich, I faced problems this year, that kind of thing. They are going to say it's because you didn't fast enough, or you didn't pray enough, or you were not tithing enough, or something like that. Somehow the problem is always going to be with you. And they'll tell you that God never fails. And it is true that God never fails. But the thing is that we have to take ourselves to a point where we understand that it is not God's responsibility to cook tuwo for anybody. God can only provide sun, for the sun to shine on the masara you are going to plant. But God is not going to go and plant for you. Neither is he going to be the one to go and harvest your cassava for you. If you leave it on the farm, birds are going to eat it. Or in Nigeria, Fulani herdsmen will take their cattle and put inside. It is your responsibility. You cannot afford to be lazy. You cannot afford to outsource everything to God. And that is why other countries are getting these things that we are fasting and praying for, because they are willing to work hard. Okay, God does not make oranges. The best God can do for you is to make oranges, is to cause the sun to shine. But it's your responsibility to go and squeeze oranges into a cup and drink. God won't do that for you, and we have to stop expecting the gods to do for us the things that we can do for ourselves, the things that other people have done for ourselves. If you like say suffer never do us, that's why you're still going around doing campground. Let us shine our eye this 2023 that is coming. So vote in people who have a track record for excellence, who have a track record of listening to what people are going to say. For me, I will always ask you, for those who are coming to ask you to vote their candidate who is in APC, ask them what has gotten better from 2015 that APC has been in Aso Rock till today. What has gotten better that is giving these people the impetus to demand your vote again. Some of them will disrespect you to the point where they will come and give you how much for votes. Don't collect their money, but vote your conscience, because you should remember that what the answer to whatever prayer was, what it was you wrote in your request, the answer to that prayer is in your thumbprints. It is in the person that you choose to vote for within the next few months. That is my own. Please stay away from campground kinikon. You can pray, but for me personally, I approach prayer the way you would approach a bowl of ice cream or a bottle of Coke. It is essentially not good for me, but I enjoy it while I do it. So yes, let us pray, but then again, let us watch and pray. I hope I have made some sense. If you listen to me to this point, it means that you were enjoying what I was saying. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Drop your comment for me, but please drop it respectfully, and I would love to engage with all of you in the comment section. Thank you very much for listening to me. Also, like this video and share it to as many Nigerians as you can, because tell them that Ajala said our salvation is in our thumbprints. Thank you so much for listening to me. I will see you all in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.